Viltrox just created this lens to upset all of us Micro Four Thirds users. So anyone knows me and been following this channel long enough would know that my favorite Micro Four Thirds portrait lens for professional use is the 45mm f1.2 Pro. Absolutely amazing, creamy bokeh, just that rendering, it just, oh, goddamn gorgeous. It's just really, really nice, right? Superb build, manual focus clutch, everything. You name it, that guy has it, right? Metal build, weather seal, rugged as hell. I've been using that lens forever for all my Micro Four Thirds portrait work. Absolutely stunning. And why would I say that Viltrox has done something different and could upset a lot of Micro Four Thirds users? Because, well, this guy can almost rival that lens. And worse, for about a quarter of the price. You've heard that right. This guy is only a quarter of the price, which is really crazy if you think about it. But it's also a little bit confusing for those who've been using Viltrox lenses, for instance, because, well, they have the Air series lenses, which are usually aiming for beginners and also people are on the budgets, right? Plastic build, and even though they're performing, but plastic build, not weather seal and everything like that. And they had the Pro stuff, right? The Pro series and the Lab series, which is the top of the line, right? And now they have this. This is the EVO line. So it's a new line, I think, and it's built almost like the Air series, but at the same time, it's got all the features the Pro has, like the function buttons, the weather sealing, and the aperture ring. For the size, not that much bigger than the Air series. And because it has an f2 maximum aperture, just like the Air series, it has almost identical shallow depth of field or subject separation, if not slightly shallower, because this is on a full frame camera compared to Micro Four Thirds. It may actually be slightly better for those who want more subject separation. And the other option I could think of is obviously the Olympus famed 45mm f1.8 premium lens. But that lens hasn't got the latest weather seal treatment, so at the moment, you can't really compete with this guy right here. Even though that, that guy's still a little bit cheaper, so, in terms of price, the Olympus still beats it. However, the overall constructions and also the features, including the weather sealness, well, this thing is almost as good as the Pro lens. So, yeah, it's really, really tough for me to say anything bad about this lens because, well, I've been shooting this guy for the last few days and even in my Pro shoots, and I found the image quality stacks up as well. So it's dangerously close for me to say that this would be a better lens compared to the Pro lens. Being a Micro Four Thirds guy, I just feel especially painful to say this, that this lens makes me think about Micro Four Thirds in general, right? Because for the past 10 years, I've been raving about the form factors and size and weight. I know a lot of you guys have been talking about, full frame lenses are getting smaller and things, but nothing like this. Because out of the cheaper, smaller lenses from, let's say the GM Master, from Sigma and everything, it's just lacking a lot of stuff, right? In terms of aperture size, the overall construction, the feature, for instance. But this brand new Viltrox EVO is the very first lens that kind of combined the Pro features into a consumer body for a consumer price. And that's something unheard of. Big helicopters there, so you can get a shot of that. But anyway, do you know what I mean, yeah? It really breaks my heart to say this. This is possibly the very first full frame lens that I would say that can rival Micro Four Thirds. Okay, if you discount the premium build, because both Panalycas and also the Olympus OM system lens are supremely built, with full metal construction, weather sealness, and basically it's top end when it comes to construction. This lens doesn't give you that. It's still very much a consumer body, but it has weather seal, it has aperture ring, it has function button, AM/FM switch. You can declick the aperture. All sorts of stuff you can think of from a high-end Pro lens in the full frame world is now in this tiny little cheap body. Video capability is also very good as well. Not only can declick the aperture if you want to go full menu, But distortion, motor speed and everything keeps up with all the CAF and anything you throw to this lens in terms of video. So bravo over there. When it comes to build, well, I already said that this is a consumer level lens, so it's not going to feel as premium as the Pro or the Lab series from Viltrox themselves, and also other premium offering from Panasonic, Leica, and also OM System. But overall, I would say that this is squeak-free, rattle-free, very well put together lens. When it comes to handling, well, this is actually great. In fact, better than the Pro series and also the Lab series lenses because of their size and weight. So mounted to a slightly more retro looking body like the ZF or ZFC, this is absolutely brilliant because it is light. So that means all the gravity, central gravity and the weight distribution is more towards the center of the body, so you don't feel front heavy whatsoever. So you can use this lens for as long as you want without feeling tired or any sort of fatigue. In terms of image quality, the 85 f2 is still a consumer level lens. So you're not going to have the same quality as the Pro or the Lab series from Viltrox themselves, nor you can match the same punchiness from the Panasonic Lumix Leica, nor the OM System Character. You can't match those. But as a lens itself, it's still very, very well performing. In fact, I would say that it beats other 85mm 1.8 from China, such as TT Artisan and 7 Artisans alike. Distortion, chromatic aberrations, Loca, everything is very well controlled. So overall, I would just say that this lens is optically, I wouldn't say flawless, but pretty darn good, very close to perfection for an f2 lens. Really, I can't fault it. Come on, give me a reason to say something bad. So autofocus speed is also very, very good as well, especially for portrait work. You don't really need fast motor to be honest, but it's still very good. And because of the size, so you're not moving a lot of heavy elements there, so that means that you can still do a little bit of sporty thing with it, just so long you remember that it's still not going to be as speedy as the Lab series or the Pro series lenses, so you're not going to get ultra fast focus with fast moving subjects like motor cars or bikes and things like that. But overall, I would say this is perfect. So this is my review for the Viltrox 85mm f2 EVO for Nikon Z cameras. It's certainly a very, very attractive proposition there with a price to match. I already said that if you're a Micro Four Thirds user, if you're adding a Nikon Z system into your portfolio, whether it's going to be APS-C or full frame, this lens is almost a must get if you're into portraiture or even some sort of medium tele shots that you want to get details and things like that. Great value for money, getting similar sort of subject separation compared to the Pro lenses for Micro Four Thirds. You're getting all the Pro features from Viltrox and the Air series price. You know, this is a consumer level lens, but you get all these stuff, goodies from the high-end lenses from Viltrox. So for that, I just think that this is a very easy recommendation for anyone who wants to get something like this. And also, remember I already said that this lens compares well, if not beating other 85mm f1.8 out there from China. It simply is no-brainer. So there you go. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. If you liked today's content, give me a like and thumb and let me know in the comment section below what you think about Viltrox's latest EVO series. And I really can't wait to see what they're gonna come next. Whether it's gonna be the 50 f2 EVO or the 35mm f2 EVO. If any of these lenses come out, I think they're gonna be a big seller because you're not paying a lot more compared to the Air series, but getting all the goodness from the Pro series. Weather sealness, lightness, form factors and everything, it matches so well with body like the ZF or the ZFC. Bravo! And remember, like I said, it compares very well with the Micro Four Thirds system as well. So if you're a Micro Four Thirds guy, getting something like this, yeah, get this lens and look out for any other future EVO series from Viltrox. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I will see you all very soon. Remember to like and thumb and sub if you haven't already done so. Stay tuned for next time. Bye for now. Peace out.